But I think really what Music for People really brought to light for me, and I see it a lot now in current writing about trends in in music education veering towards the value of by rote learning or listening, which is what really most of the world's traditions of music is based in. But this idea of listening, and I realize for all of my years, I thought that reading music was going to make me a better musician. And this is not to put down the ability to read music. But one music psychologist was even talking about how when people seek to take music lessons for pure joy, they actually get more stressed out because they're having to figure out how to read all the notes and do everything perfectly. And what's so different at Music for People is it's intuitive and it's going from the point of the listening. And so they've even done studies where if they teach a choir by rote and they teach a choir by reading music, you on a short term, the results, the musical outcome is much better, hands down, for the group that works by rote, because listening is really the basis. And so where I thought that reading music was going to make me a better musician, I find coming to Music for People and really sharpening my listening skills,
Mhm.
that has brought everything together for me.
Well, both of you talk about deep listening a lot. What do you mean by that?
I think it's about really listening without that constant thought of how you're going to respond. That's part of it. I think that's part of it, and maybe I'm bringing that piece up because maybe it's the biggest challenge for me around it is that when I hear something, and I notice this in conversation as well as music, which is also conversation, that there's this impetus to be listening, but also thinking about, okay, what am I going to say? What am I going to put in next? And um, getting past that hurdle is a big part, at least for me, of finding that realm of deep listening. Where I'm just listening.
And true connection. Totally, Todd. I agree. I, and feeling more connected, I have to, shut down my brain and say, shh, listen, what is that person saying? And I
Hmm.
get so much more out of that experience in conversation and in music. And music is conversation.
Yeah.
You're absolutely